All right, welcome back to the Run.down post-game show over here on the Strickland YouTube channel as well as the Strickland Podcast Network. If you're listening to this the day after, Knicks lose in overtime, 132 to 129 to the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks to a parade to the free throw line, first and foremost, by the Portland Trailblazers, but also a 44-point performance from one Jeremy Grant and a 38-point performance from one Anthony Simons. Um, yeah, I mean, I think the place that we start is obviously the parade to the free throw line that kind of led to not even just a deterioration of our lead, but just like the tone for the rest of the game. Um, First half, 28 free throw attempts for Portland as a team, 14 for Jeremy Grant. And Jeremy Grant finished with 28 free throw attempts for the game.
And the Knicks had 28 total, right? I think. Yeah, the Knicks had 28 total.
Yeah. So yeah, he was getting some ridiculous calls. The whistle tonight was just overall, I think, awful. But I'm not gonna put the sole blame on that because there are some other parts that we are gonna get into. I will say, I mean, I don't know what else to say, honestly. I mean, defense was all right.
Defense was all right, but like they were just calling the wildest fouls, and
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
like,
like it was like to a point where like we couldn't even play like more aggressive defense if we wanted to because it was just gonna result in a whistle. Like even when dudes were going straight up, still a foul. So like, and then even then, there was one play where like RJ went straight up. Jeremy Grant hit some bullshit off the glass. So like, that's how you knew like, all right, this is not our night tonight. Like no matter what happens, it's just not our night.
When he's just getting, when a dude takes 28 free throws, you just probably not gonna win that game. Like, there's not much you can do. Like they defended the 3-point line well. I feel like they didn't stifle Anthony Simons or Jeremy Grant, but like they were still in it. They were still in the game. It obviously went to overtime, so that I don't think that's a big of a problem. It was really just a matter of like that was just his night, and there's nothing much you could do about that when it's a dude's night, unfortunately.
Yeah, especially when the refs are going to give you again 28 free throws and you hit 21 of them. Like that is just gonna really help boost your performance. On our side of things, Jalen Brunson once again another 30-point performance, 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists.
All-star him.
Yep, he is looking very all-starry. If the team couldn't just string together a consistent stretch of wins, but with this team,
we don't get that.
Not gonna happen. So it's gonna be have to. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. I know wins sort of play a role in selection. We'll see how that plays out for Jalen Brunson. But once again, he performed in the clutch. Had that clutch post up on Justice Winslow to get that shot in the paint, and overall played a pretty good game. Number 30 and number 9. I mean, some pretty.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We can wait. Mitch is back in the starting lineup tonight. I think he played well. It was just the fouls, but then again, like the fouls were so wild this game that like I can't get too mad at them. Like these fouls were out of nowhere and really, really ticky-tacky. So I just like plus it was his first game coming back off injury. Like he got hurt. Well, he got hurt in the
OKC game.
Yeah, he came back against OKC and then he got hurt again. Now he's starting again. Like I think he played fine. It was just the fouls were really dumb. But like
I like his energy on a lot of the possessions.
Yeah, and I felt like in the fourth quarter when they like started to make their comeback and started to take the lead, he was at the centerpiece of it. Like him and Sims played really well. Yeah, it's just I think it's a matter of just getting his timing back, just making sure he gets healthy. I think Grimes played okay today. He hit a three, which is really nice. He had 5 assists,
Once
which like
again, dishing the ball pretty well.
yeah, his ability as a ball mover is just so strong.
And it's like when people say, "Oh, I don't get like the hype over Grimes or what people see in Grimes," I'm just like so confused because like when have we ever had this many versatile players that can play so many roles? Like Grimes is able to like fill such a hole in the starting lineup as like a tertiary playmaker, as well as someone that when his shot is going, he is a shot. He's able to hit shots. He's also able to flash some of that shot creation that he's been able to work on off the dribble, and he is a great defender. Like he fills so many roles in that starting lineup. I don't understand how people can see what he does so well already and how he can improve on it because he's still so young and be like, I don't see what others see in him. Like I just don't. You got to be stubborn at that point to like not see what others see in Grimes at this point.
Yeah, I just like Grimes is a very good player. It will be a very good player for a good time, and it's criminal that he didn't close tonight. Um, I felt like I like the fact that quickly was closing. I would have just I would have benched 9, but we'll get it again. We'll get into that. Speaking of quickly, I feel like he had a really strong game as well. 32 minutes, 6 to 17 from the field, but that does not speak to how impactful he was during this game. His passing was fantastic. His ability to disrupt and play defense was fantastic. Um, Again, he was a +7, which was the highest on the team next to Mitchell. Um, I quickly, for all the trade rumors and the idea of like cap crunch and all that stuff, like he just fits so well in this team, and he fits so well next to everybody in this team that like even on quote unquote off shooting night where he still hits 4 threes and goes 4-10, like there's a reason why he's a priority for this franchise, and the reason why he's getting all the minutes that he's getting. Like, there's a reason why people are high on him, and it's because of this. Like, he's very, very good and needs to be embraced as such. Of course, you want him to shoot a little bit better from the field percentage wise, but like ultimately speaking, like he had a good game tonight, and percentages don't take away from that. Now we can talk about the Trash Brothers, and
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
start. We gonna start with 30 first. Cause I have something special for 9. So you can talk about 30. I'm gonna let you have the floor with this one. I know this is your thing.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I feel like I've said all I can. Like I just don't know. I mean, there was a sequence. He hit a three in overtime, and then the next play down, he gets a rebound. Good, get the rebound. Comes down, pulls a three. First thing, doesn't even get any type of movement going. Like we are in overtime. We are fighting for a win. This is not like the third quarter. You were getting like a heat check. Like times awareness. Like what is going on? Like oh my gosh, and like that doesn't even like take away. That doesn't even. I mean, there were certain sequences on defense that he looked all right. In the second half, but as a whole, defensively, he wasn't really that all that impressive. Like I
Yeah,
don't know what else to say to be honest.
yeah, it wasn't a good night. I feel like the second quarter, especially, kind of like they build up that lead, and then like he comes back in, and like it just kind of felt like his lack of energy hit the whole team, and it wasn't a good night for him. I mean, offensively, he got his 23, like, efficient night overall, but like that's just a game where you kind of feel like you need to do more. And to his credit, he did have that steal on Jerry Grant in the fourth quarter, which really could have like swung the game. And I feel like he should get credit for that. But at the same time, like yeah, that second quarter really hurt this team because they were up like I think 15 or 16 at one point, and then to go into halftime down 1, like that's a swing that should not be happening. Now let's talk about this Canadian schmuck. Oh my
I just don't understand why he feels the need to force things, especially seeing how well everything played so smoothly in the OKC game when like things just were flowing and like he was getting things within the rhythm of the offense. Um
I will tell you why. Because he's done this shit since Montverde. He's done this since high school. This is what RJ Barrett is. Okay? Like, there's gonna be no metamorphosis here. There's gonna be no change of heart. This is what RJ Barrett is. A shot chucking schmuck. Okay? I came on this pod a few weeks ago and I apologize, and I swear to God I meant it at the time, but I'm telling you right now, I take that shit back. Okay? Because I can't get behind a dude who can't give me 5 good games in a row. I'm sorry, but he hasn't been able to put together 5 good games in a row. He'll give you 5 bad games. Swear to God, he'll do that. But, like, holy crap. Like, sometimes the plays that he makes, he just does not know what to do in certain moments, and he thinks he wants to take the big shot. Like,
he forces up so many bad shots in the paint. It's, like, so annoying. It's, like, I understand you're, like, frustrated that you're not getting, like, either calls or you're not getting shots to go, but, like, there is a way better way to go about it. I don't know if he's following in the footsteps of number 30 and what number 30 likes to do when things are not going his way, but, like, do not follow that example, because that is not the right way to approach these games. That is not the right way to approach, like, the process of trying to become a better basketball player. And even then, he is still playing so many minutes. Like, I don't understand if players are not going to perform, like, well, and I understand, like, trying to get players to play through things, but at a certain point you have to just, like, go with the better option that is performing way better at the moment. Like, I would have had no problem with IQ and Grimes closing tonight, to be honest.
yeah,
Like, they definitely were moving the ball. They were playing within the team concept. Like, I would have definitely went with those two over him. Obi didn't give you much, like, offensively, but I just thought him as a whole too would have been better than number 30 in certain instances.
Fuck that. No. I do. No. I'm gonna address it now. Obi's been garbage for a month. He's been bad for a month. Since that Philly game, it's been a month. Since that Philly game. What was that Philly game? Like late? It was been like late. That was before Halloween, right? That was before Halloween. That Philly game was before Halloween. Yes. That was before Halloween. We are close to the end of November. And since then, he shot sub 40% from the field and sub 30% from 3. He's been basura. But he hits a couple of high energy shots and he runs up the court and he can take
It's not even just that, though.
No, he's not done anything. Okay, you can tell me Julius Randle's not the answer for the team. And you know what? I may agree with you right now. Whatever. But damn sure he don't be topping. He is an energy big. He is an energy big, and he'll run the court and he'll do what he needs to do.
And what did the team need tonight that number 30 did not provide in a lot of instances?
Dude,
energy.
I don't get what was he? It wasn't him. It wasn't him. What was he doing out there? Getting boxed out by Josh Hart?
Again, I said Obi did not give you much offensively
or defensively.
But I still would have preferred him over that.
Man, look, I get it. He's a nice kid. He's from New York, whatever. I don't care about him. He's a Jag. Like, you get, again, we can debate about 30 all we want to. Sure. Again, I'm more positive on him. You're more negative. Sure, whatever. But Obi Toppin is not the answer for this team. He hasn't been for the last 3 years, and people are trying to make it seem like, put it in Obi Toppin in the starting lineup to do wonders for him. Like, no, dude, he's a senior citizen. He should be in Congress right now. What are we doing? I'm tired of this idea that somehow Obi Toppin is being held back by the franchise, but it's just like he's just mid. He's mid, and it's okay to be mid. Nothing wrong with being mid, but like he's an 8th man, a 9th man. He's not some dude who's gonna come off the bench, play 30 minutes, or like he's not some starter who should play 30 minutes a night and contribute. He's not gonna do that. That's not what he does. And I'm not taking the 10-game sample size from April of this year when he was playing against the Raptors 905.
All right, he wasn't playing against the Raptors 905. Can we just stop with that? That's a very lazy narrative. They were only missing Pascal and Fred. They had everyone else.
And then they benched everybody else by this third quarter, dude.
No, stop it. Stop lying.
Dude, Malachi Flynn's getting minutes. That's a white flag if I've ever seen it.
And Malachi Flynn's getting minutes this year, so.
Because they're all hurt.
Don't mean shit.
But yeah, man,
I just liked his process better tonight in terms of getting the ball moving better than
nothing. That's the problem. Like his process is it's easy to highlight his process when he has 5 touches a game.
All right, man. Anyway, number 30 was a minus 17 in the game we lost by 3 tonight.
This is
So
why
that
we should
tells
not be
you.
talking about plus minus. If you're telling me right now Obi Toppin was the most valuable Knicks in the court tonight, you deserve to be castrated. I should not have said castrated, but like that's my hope. I said lobotomy. Anyway, I'm very angry. Like yeah, dude, you can't tell me Obi Toppin made a plus 14 is somehow an indictment of Julius Randle, or somehow a proof that like yeah, Obi Toppin's
I
a
don't make
plus
the
minus.
rules.
Like Obi Toppin plus minus guy should be playing because plus minus. Like no. So then you're gonna tell me tonight that like Obi Toppin was better than Jericho Sims? Jericho Sims was a minus 7 tonight. No,
I
you
think
won't say
it's
that.
I think it's the lineup that Jericho Sims played with. He was forced to play a lot of minutes with number 30.
And
Like,
again, Obi Toppin got to play in a lineup where they got to build up a big lead. And again, I'm not saying Julius Randle's not at fault for that, but at the same time, like Obi Toppin is he's okay. He's a bus rider, not a bus driver. There we go, Chuck. They're not winning those minutes because of Obi Toppin. They're winning them because of Quickly. They're
well,
winning them
they're
because
definitely
of
not losing them with him. So
again.
that's
But
all
like,
that matters.
if he's just gonna be milk toast, then like I don't care. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's just how I feel about it, man. I'm tired of the pandering for Obi. Yeah, don't. He's aight. It's okay to be aight. Nothing wrong with being aight. He's better than I am. He'll give me buckets at the rec, but like he's a guy.
Tyrese back to hating Obi. You hate to see it.
We never stopped.
You hate to see it. Anyways, everyone's favorite part before we get into comments. I really don't feel like talking about this game that much. Definitely had me hyped at some moments. Shout out to Jalen Brunson for doing that. And Emmanuel Quickly. They will always be the reason why I'm happy to watch this team. All right, NBA fans, the wait is over. Basketball is back. So tip off this season with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers can make any $5 NBA moneyline bet and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Check this out. In addition to the usual bets, everyone can boost their winnings up to 100% with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a stepped up same game parlay today. With payouts bigger than ever, DraftKings Sportsbook is where I go to bet on the NBA. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code TBPN. Make any $5 bet this week and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code TBPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes or show description for details. All right. Let's go to some comments. All right. Slacker Hero, RJ and Randall were the trash bros tonight.
Agreed.
Pretty much. This team's making me sick.
Cash rater was the slip of the tongue. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, America. Hawkeye 420 comment. Oh, my bad.
Hawkeye 420 says this team so mid, man.
Welcome to the roller coaster.
Why do we keep spending energy for this team of all teams? Dedication.
Who else are you going to root for? Brooklyn? I mean, but not like we got the Giants either. So like,
Oh man. All right. ZMP323. Dibs watches RJ, Julius, and Mitch make the same mistakes every night with no accountability. Send that fat loser to the glue factory already. I will say with Mitch tonight with the fouls, he was sort of held accountable in terms of like Dibs constantly made switches with either him and Hartenstein or him and Sims. This team is melting my brain. I can't even think straight right now. But yeah. So what was I talking about? I have dementia because of this team now. Yeah, so Mitch. Yes, back to Mitch. I mean, It brings up an interesting thing too now with Mitch is because, like, is this what we're gonna be doing now? Are we gonna do 3 centers a night? Is this what Dibs' game plan is? Is this how he sticks with like a 10-man rotation or whatever it is?
Sims is gonna bench somebody. He's gonna bench somebody. Like whether it be Mitch or Hartenstein, somebody's not playing over Sims because there's no way you're gonna keep Sims on the bench for that long. He's been your best center so far. I don't care about contractual obligations, and Tibbs is again coaching for his job. I do not think he was willing to bench Fournier. So I think you're looking at a situation where it's like, hey, if Sims is going to keep playing like this, he's going to get more minutes.
And rightfully so. I mean, he's played really well in his minutes.
Yeah. Like, he's been a top 3 player for the Knicks this season so far. I got no problem with that, him getting more minutes. Like, he should. Especially his energy down the stretch. He hit that free throw as well on the IN1. Like, Sims did his job tonight. And he only played 12 minutes, which is hilarious, too. Like, Jesus Christ.
All right. Next comment. Vivek, Leon needs to stop being one of those positive reinforcement coddling parents and yell at 30 and 9. Yeah, I mean, the positive reinforcement, that is a term I heard a lot in my education courses in college, and something I hear a lot at work being a pre-K teacher. So definitely needs to stop being a positive reinforcement parent. Definitely needs to be one of the,
negative punishment. There we go.
Yes, there we go.
That's been burned into my brain. I hate that term.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh snap, this is a throwback to college.
Oh god.
Oh man. All right. So
yeah, I agree. And I somebody's got to talk to somebody. And it kind of feels like, it's just like I think it's hard for RJ right now because like they are missing Cam, so like Cam is RJ's backup, but still, like, he shouldn't be playing 44 minutes in a game like this. So but part of it is injury, part of it is also like Tibbs being a coach, and part of it is just RJ being a dumbass. So
it all coincides
to being
in the wrong way. All right. Vivek also said 9 needs an OG to slap him in the face and tell him to stop being a wimp. I would maybe a wimp. I don't know if it would be a wimp, but I would be I would say maybe it would be someone to tell him like stop being an idiot on the court, like stop being an idiot on both ends,
or stop being a loser. Like he's just been he's played like a loser this season. Like he has a couple like that 30-point game. If you look at the defense he played, it was atrocious. Like he's been lost defensively all season. His offense has come and gone. Like he's had a few good games offensively, but most of them have been bad. And now, and
the defense has regressed. Yeah. Like I remember last year, towards the end of last year, when he started taking on more of an offensive load, the defense was regressing. And other people were concerned. I was one of those people that wasn't too concerned because I was like, he's someone that always gives effort no matter what. But like now it's like very concerning that he is not even focused on that end. Like if you're not going to give us anything consistently on the offensive end right now, at least give us something on the defensive end. You have the body for it. Like it's not even like a thing of like he doesn't have the body for it. Like he has the 6'6" frame, the wingspan, like the strength. He has all that. He's not putting it together. He's not focused. I just don't understand what's going on there. But.
It's frustrating that like in overtime, the strategy of the Pacers was literally to switch onto RJ Barrett and target him. That should not be happening.
Teams are hunting him.
Yeah, like teams should not be hunting arguably your third best player. Like that shouldn't be the case. I'm sorry. So like the fact that they're hunting him, he's got to take pride in that, and like he's gonna be like, no, you're not gonna hunt me. If you're trying to come at me, like
that's where the pride has to come in. Like you gotta be not to be like so like machismo, but like, you know, you gotta be a man. Where's your masculinity right there? Like these motherfuckers is emasculating you in the court. Like, you don't have anything to say for that. Like,
they saying go at 9 and you like, all right, shucks, me? No way. Like come on.
You gotta take pride on that end. Shout out Emmanuel quickly. He definitely takes pride on that end.
Emmanuel quickly takes pride on that end. Malvin Bryan takes pride on that end. Quentin Grimes takes pride on that end. Like Jalen Brunson takes more pride on that end than RJ Barrett does, and Jalen Brunson's defense is mediocre at best.
Yeah, that should be the neutral on that end, basically.
That should be damning. Like Jalen Brunson should not have more blocks than RJ Barrett in the season so far. That is a real fact. You can look that up. RJ Barrett has 2 blocks. Jalen Brunson has 3. Jalen Brunson is 5'11" on a good day. Like,
oh man. JL says we think it's bad now with RJ. Wait till that 30 mil a year kicks in.
It's not 30 mil. It's more like close to like 20. It's close to 25 mil. But like, I get the point. But like, yeah, like real stuff right now. Like, if this team,
he's got to wake up,
man. He finishes that contract here. I guarantee you that. Like, if Julius get traded, I guarantee you, I wouldn't be surprised if RJ Barrett follows suit real shortly after. Like, because the way Brunson playing right now,
he's making dudes look expendable. You saying?
Mm-hmm. He's making a lot of dudes look expendable right now. And if he plays the way he's playing right now, he looks like an all-star. He looks like an all-star. He's playing the part of an all-star. The team is like basically set. They are deferring to Brunson. Like, that was the big question. Like, will they defer to Brunson? Yes, they defer to Brunson. That's not a problem at this point. Like, but yeah, like the way Brunson's playing right now, and you already know he got the family ties in that front office. It's his team. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if some dudes start getting rotated out. Like,
Hawkeye 420 says they probably watched Wakanda Forever at that players only meeting, and that's what it was.
That movie was fire though. I ain't gonna blame him for that. That was a good movie. That was a great movie.
It was. They probably got pumped for that first game, and then that was it.
I mean, like they did, and ultimately it turned into like a good road trip. Like they went 3-2, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like. Accountability.
I see a lot of people hyping up the 3-2, but I'm like, yo, like we face teams that like they were missing like dudes that would have killed us. Like, let's all ease up on the 3-2 thing because I see a lot of people like taking pride in that, and I'm like, Nikola like smashed our faces in, and like Chris Paul would have like diced us up pretty nasty.
I mean, we still lost to the Suns, and it don't matter. We lost it. Like, we beat the Jazz and we beat the Thunder. Like, you could talk about how the Denver game was too close for comfort, but still, like...
Very close for comfort.
I agree. But, like, they still won it. So, like, 2-3, 3-2. Like,
This next stretch is really going to make or break with all these home games. If we end up losing all these games at home, it's going to look real nasty.
It's going to be fire sale.
And then we got Detroit coming up, and... they're at home, and Kevin Knox has been balling lately. And if Kevin Knox starts killing the Knicks,
man, I ain't worried about no damn Kevin Knox. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, man, you check Kevin Knox got box scores the last couple of the games?
I don't care about Kevin Knox box scores.
I just want you to just take a glance, and you know, if he kills us. It's gonna look hilarious, honestly.
If Kevin Knox, look at Kevin Knox box score tonight, 3 of 7 for 7 points. That's the Kevin Knox I know.
Man, watch.
Back down to earth.
You saying you just asking for him to kill us for 30.
If Kevin Knox kill us, I'll get on this podcast with my Kevin Knox jersey on, and I will be out here singing his praises, talking about we should never get rid of Firehead. Like Kevin Knox. You can hold me to that.
Shout out Kevin Knox finding the role. You know, shout out all the former Knicks that found a role on their new teams.
I don't care. I'm a hater first.
Oh my god! What did Kevin Knox do?
He was a waste of a lottery pick. That
Oh my
man,
gosh, that's not his fault. Blame
it's
blame blame David Fizdale.
man, it's his fault. He
David
wanted to
Fizdale
be
gets
ass.
moved by one-on-ones.
Whatever, man. At least it wasn't Miles Bridges. I'll take that. But like,
ZMP323 says Tyrese says RJ has always been a shot chucking schmuck, so now he'll go on a heater for a month. Hope
oh
so.
wow, it's cold I know it get cold in December in New York, so like he probably will go near a heater at some point, but I don't think he will be on a heater on the basketball court. If he does, again, I will get on this podcast and be like, "Hey, RJ Barrett proved me wrong," but he ain't gonna do that. And then he could be like, "My stomach hurt. Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick again. Second year. Oh, I got some kind of sickness, bro. You Jamaican. What happened to your immune system?" That was the biggest excuse I ever heard in my life. I ain't gonna doubt he was sick, but like, come on, bro. Ginger. You look like you was drinking ginger. Things happened the way he was playing tonight. He had that ginger rum and he was out here. Like, man. Now let me start talking on that, man. I bought Pokemon today. I'm supposed to be happy.
Man. Okay, for 20 says because New York is so valuable, they will never be allowed to win a lotto to get the superstar naturally. Knicks are just destined to be permanently mid. I mean, I guess. When
Look,
we've never gotten lottery luck. The last time we got lottery luck was the frozen envelope. The NBA said F y'all after that, and
look, man. If this iteration of the team with Brunson being his best player is a 500 team, that's a pretty good development in my eyes because at the same point, that means that they got a bunch of picks and a bunch of salary to move and they can get somebody. So I'm okay with that. All I want to see is the players that are supposed to play well play well. And Brunson right now is playing really well. So I will be taking that. I will hopefully be taking the All-Star berth, him going to Utah. We'll see what else we got, and then we'll come back and reassess at the end of the season. But right now, I'm okay with them being mid. I'm okay with them being mid because ultimately speaking, they're not going to be mid forever. So maybe this is me just being orange and blue Kool-Aid, man.
yes, that's definitely what it is.
But at the same time, like Jalen Brunson is
I
him,
will
and
pass on the Kool-Aid.
yeah, we know. Anyway, but yeah, look, Jalen Brunson was good tonight. Truth be told, that's kind of all I'm really focused on. If 30 or 9 want to catch up, good for them. But I am, I'm not really focused on mid.
ZMP323 says Thibs has no clue how to use Obi. He has him on the perimeter all the time. Obi is rarely used in the P and R and never as a cutter. Tyrese is
Look,
tripping
I can understand the fact that Obi Top has been being misutilized, but again, he's shooting sub 40% from the field.
because most of his shots are threes now. They're built. They're like I think Thibs has gone too deep on the. He had a great start to the year. Let's keep him as this like Steve Novak, Kevin Knox, what we've done in the past with these type of prototype of players instead of going back to basics with Obi.
But
Instead
why
of
are we blaming Thibs for that, though? Like, even last year when he was shooting the three, well, what was he doing a ton? Taking a ton of threes.
but
Like,
he was also involved in a ton of pick and rolls, and he was getting involved as a cutter a whole bunch as well.
I agree that he's not being I don't, again, like, he could be used better, absolutely. But at the same time, like,
But
him
like this
being,
year, it's heavier. Like it's way more of a thing this year than it was in years past.
I don't think it's way more of a thing. I think he's,
I think it is. Just because the emphasis was so placed on the hot start, they kind of just like were like, you know what, let's roll with that roll and see what
or
happens. But
maybe it's just Obi Toppin feeling really, really good about a shot and wanted to pull. It's not, like,
but
I
like
don't
when's
think,
the last time you seen him involved as a pick and roll like screener?
I mean, he hasn't been involved in offense at all, which is kind of like the problem.
Exactly. So like
I agree with the whole point that like
exactly. So
he
like the only time he gets the ball is like when they're like driving kick. Oh, Obi's open for three. What's he gonna do? Post up? Like of course he's gonna take the open three. Like
I mean, look. Plus, like the whole like leak out thing hasn't been working because teams have been like scouting that as
yeah, they've
well.
scouted that to a T now. Like there's no more of that. Like and that was bread and butter for like a better part of the season too. So
Yeah, like
He's just gotta work around that. I think that's a learning thing for him.
But that's not the problem. Like, he's one-dimensional as hell. Like,
I don't think so, because
you don't want him dribbling, and he can't post up, and he's not going to take any mid-range jumpers. And it's like, yeah, you got to get him going to the rim. That's the Obi Toppin playbook. He's going to take the open three, or he's going to somehow find a way to cut or get to the rim. But even still, like, he's been sucking at the rim too. Like, his dunks have been off. He's been getting stuffed more. Like, even when he's getting his opportunities to get his shots off, they've not been hitting. So, like, yeah, you can talk about he needs to be used better. He needs to be used more. But also, he needs to be better. Like,
I think he'll turn it around.
I think he will too, but, like,
He is the least of my concerns right now. My concerns are with the dudes getting paid way more money than him.
He is a big concern, but we have draft picks, so it's fine.
Obi's not that much of a concern. I'm concerned way more about the guys getting paid almost $30 million that are like shitting themselves on the basketball court.
That Obi Toppin for Jay Crowder trade gonna hit like trash.
All right. Anyways, moving on. I will need to be talking about Jay Crowder joining my basketball team.
Oh, you know it's coming.
No, thank you. Yasser says, what does everyone on the Knicks besides Grimes and Quickly, and I would include JB, unless you're just talking about role guys, what does everyone on the Knicks besides Grimes and Quickly provide on the basketball court?
Depression.
Yes, that and sadness.
Stress. Frustration. 5 stages of grief. Did I cover everything? I think I got everything.
Hug Life, ask, better touch in the paint, RJ or Moutier? No comment.
That might be racist. Somehow, someway, that feels racist. Oh, but he ain't wrong, though. Oh, we paid $107 million to Emmanuel Moutier with a Canadian passport. Oh, I'm gonna be heated.
No.
Anyway, don't even say that, Hug. Don't say that, please.
When right riggers talk about New York City being dangerous, it's about how deranged our sports teams make us.
That and our mayor, or y'all mayor. Yeah.
Yes.
We're not as bad as like Philly though. Like Philly and Boston like take the cake. We don't get wild. We kind of just get like really excited, but like we don't get wild. And then like Boston gets racist. So yeah, no, we're not that bad. We're okay. I'm seeing the JL comment where it's like, I didn't want them to trade for Spider, but these 6 and 22 performances from RJ make me think a little different now. All right, we're gonna do this referendum again. The Spider trade was not a good trade for the Knicks at the time with the information that we had. They should not have traded 3 first-round picks, 2 swaps, and 4 rotation players would have been in order to get Donovan Mitchell. Now, in current day, we could be like, oh yeah, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, and then like Cam Reddish with Julius and Mitch and Sims.
A lot of people in hindsight think the trade was just a straight up swap of RJ and Donovan Mitchell, which it wasn't. And I think most fans would have been probably pretty okay with at some point or another. Like some fans would have talked themselves into it sooner than others. But I think if it was just a straight swap 1-for-1 player with like two picks involved, like I think most fans would have been okay, but like that's just not what it was. And I think that's what a lot of fans are trying to make it seem like it was, when that's not it exactly what it was at all.
The trade,
Danny Ainge was trying to like pull our pants down and like give us a wedgie and like kick us down the stairs.
Yeah, he was trying to give us a whole purple, and it like,
ooh, those used to hurt. Oh my god,
dog.
But yeah, Danny Ainge was trying to do that.
Like it made no sense from a team building standpoint at the time, and now you could argue, oh yeah, it would have made sense now. Like, yeah, because Jalen Brunson is a star, has star equity, and now like, oh yeah, Cam Reddish has been good and Quentin Grimes has been solid. Like maybe now, again, I'm telling you now, like with the information they have now, with guys like Quickly, with guys like Grimes, Cam Reddish not being like a serviceable rotation player, Sims being able to prove himself once again. Now with 3 picks actually, because like the Wizards actually might make the playoffs, but now with the information they have now, I think if Jalen Brunson makes the All-Star team, I expect them to be more aggressive because now they're like, okay, we have 1 star, let's get 2, and they become a bunch of role players, and at the very least, we could be like a top 16 consistently. So it's a matter of like once they had 1 star, I don't think it was going to take them much longer to get 2. Now it's a matter of like, do they have 1 with Brunson? So far, so good, but we'll see.
All right, let's see what other comments we have. Aaron Bender says, Obi looked nice attacking a closeout and had a great idea to hit Sims, but the bounce pass wasn't quite right. Yeah, it got deflected. That pass got deflected. But yeah, he did have a nice idea right there. I did like that quick decision making.
It was good. Like I will say his decision making has still been very quick and has still been able to, like he's still processing things really well. But it's just a matter of like he needs to be able to capitalize on his decision making. And if he's not doing that, then he's harming the team. Even in his limited opportunities.
Yeah. Jail says it probably would have been a bad trade, but vibes after a Spider 40-point performance in the Garden move me.
I was saying that, but people call me crazy. Anyway, I digress.
I mean, it probably had the same vibes as like Melo, like scoring like 40 in the Garden, but like when we look back, like what did those teams really accomplish? We had vibes for a year or so, but like
the problem was like those teams were older. Like this team is young,
but like that is the case. But
like a top 15 player with another like top 30 player, and like some like Cam Reddish being able to be a solid wing, like they still will probably have to protect the picks so that they could probably get like a Pat Will or whatever. But like I feel like they could have made that trade and then made like the necessary moves to like move stuff around and make other moves. But you're not going to do that unless you're like have full faith in like the core that you've built, and they didn't have full faith in the core that they built. And again, significant question marks on Brunson. Like, would he be able to do this over a full season? And so far, it's looking like he can. So now, like, if Mitchell was on the market this summer instead of last summer, that trade probably happens. But say lovely, can't really do much about that, unfortunately.
Hawkeye 420, the blue light laser is from my microphone. That's who's pointing the laser at my face. It's not someone from chat. Thankfully. Constantine asks, who are we trading 9 for?
Zach LaVine, baby.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Right.
I'm not doing that. No. I'm not.
Oatmeal knees.
Oh. Anthony Davis. There we
go. Almost made me choke my water.
Oh man, you looked like you saw a ghost. You was like
Anthony Davis made me money the other day, but I'm not willing to like trade anything for him right now. Like,
hey man, he Kentucky, Worldwide West got that connection.
All right.
He anyways, numbers. Hey.
24 seconds says we paid Evan, Rose, RJ, Randall, and Mitch to do nothing.
So far, I agree with that. Also, speaking of the Bulls, they just lost to the Thunder today. So yeah, we getting closer and closer to that Zach LaVine trade.
It's gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen here. Today's been a wild day in the NBA in general so far, though. Like at one point, the Cavs were like killing the Bucks, and then the Bucks just woke up and smacked the shit out of them. The Hawks were also spanking the Rockets and ended up losing in regulation. The Wolves were up at one point versus the Hornets and lost late in the game. It was just a wild day in the NBA. The Pacers beat the Nets.
That's all.
The closing lineup of
we could get Durant. Yeah, let's go straight for Durant. Let's do it.
What?
Let's get wild. look at Anthony Davis, 25, 15, and 4. Hey, man, buckets. We're almost salivating right now.
Oof. Oh, JL brings up a great point. Grant missing 7 free throws, the only good thing about this game, because a 50-point game from Jeremy Grant in the Garden would have been gross. Oh,
don't even say that out loud.
We would not be able to live that down for the rest of this year. Folks would be like, yo, y'all let Jeremy Grant pull up in y'all crib and drop 50?
Like, that would be
I would
like
have been so sick, yo.
That's like a Brandon Jennings, Corey Brewer level 50-point game.
That's like a Corey Brewer level 50-point game.
That's a Kemba Walker. That was the Kemba Walker game from last year, where he just went crazy and like used up all of his knees for one night only in the Garden just to lose. Like, I love that game. I love that game. Anyway,
love? That's a really strong word to describe that game.
That was a good game in terms of like just Kemba Walker cooking. I ain't never gonna get mad at Kemba Walker cooking.
The week of Kemba.
That was a good week for the vibes, a bad week for the franchise.
Yo, that was a terrible week. Yasser asks, is RJ's contract worse than DeAndre Hunter?
Yes.
Well, at this point, you're comparing two really not that.
Hey, DeAndre Hunter is not a problem. DeAndre Hunter is like,
what is he doing though?
Like he's fine.
Is he worth the money that they paid him? He went 3 for 12 tonight, 0 for 6.
Yeah, he played bad tonight. But like RJ Barrett went 6 for 22, 1 for 7 from 3. Like DeAndre Hunter's a fine player. Did he slightly overpay him a bit? Absolutely. But like for his career, he's been solid.
Constantine says he would trade RJ for DeAndre Hunter.
I mean, realistically speaking, RJ Barrett's probably the worst player in the top 5 of his draft. If we keep it in the bean. Like, you taking RJ Barrett over DeAndre Hunter right now? No.
Yeah.
No.
I would.
No.
Just because he's younger at this point.
I don't care. Who cares if he's younger if he's whack?
Like DeAndre Hunter, you kind of know what he is right now.
And RJ Barrett, you kind of know what he is right now.
No, I mean, he's still young.
Dog. RJ Barrett is
He's young. He's still got some time to like work out some kinks. He just needs to like focus and like
RJ Barrett plays the
grind.
game.
He needs to get in the lab and grind.
He still plays the game like he's like U19 candidate against USA in the finals, bro. Like the lab's been his problem. He keeps going to the lab and coming up empty-handed.
He needs to stop going to the lab with Drew freaking Hanlon.
Bro, he's like the Johnny Test lab. He just come out and just fuck it up. Like,
he needs to stop working with Drew Hanlon.
He needs to stop working with scammers, and he needs to stop being a scammer.
He needs to get in the lab with some real niggas, like some guys at Rico Hines. Go to Rico Hines gym, RJ. That's a real lab. That's where real motherfuckers get their game up.
You need to go spread some.
Not no Drew Hanlon.
He needs to go spread some of his bread on DC.
Freaking young college professor looking ass motherfucker.
I'm telling you, Drew Hanlon's a scammer. He had Kelly Oubre thinking he was something special. You trust Kelly Oubre with anything?
No.
Other than Calvin Klein modeling? Absolutely. Exactly.
I mean, what else do we talk about from this game? I mean, it was like a free throw parade. I mean, shout out to the young guys that did well tonight. IQ, Grimes, Sims, constantly giving you what you're going to get from those guys.
Hey, Chad, you taking Miles McBride or RJ Barrett right now? Be honest.
All right.
Be honest.
What are we doing?
Y'all can talk. Say it. It's okay. I'm not judging any of y'all. If y'all taking Miles McBride over RJ Barrett now, say your piece.
So, all right. So, this is gonna be very interesting when Grimes and not Grimes, but Cam and Rose come back. This is gonna be very interesting because you cannot, can you bet? I mean, McBride doesn't give you much offensively, but defensively, he gives you enough to stay on the court.
Yeah, but they don't care about him.
Yeah, they don't, sadly. But are they gonna bench Sims? Like,
you cannot bench Sims, dude. Like, I'm sorry. They should be running 9 right now, and the 9 should realistically be the starting lineup as is, whatever. And then it should be IQ, Grimes, Obi, Sims. That's your 9. Just run 9. Like, stop with the Rose shit. Stop with the I Heart shit. I don't care about I Heart. Like,
and like a lot of people are like, well, you just paid him, so you have no choice. But it's like,
who cares, dog? Like, you've seen, like, there are better coaches who've benched guys who made more money. Russell Westbrook is making $48 million coming off the bench right now. Like, John Wall didn't play for a year. He's making $48 million. Like, money should not be the determining factor.
it shouldn't, but you know how politics works in this league.
It only works like this with Tom Thibodeau. That's the problem. Good vets. Like,
All right. Well, let's see. We got more comments. Oh, now they're bringing up Prime Trier versus current RJ Barrett. What are we doing? What is things? What have things come to?
Alonzo Trier got a higher true shooting than one season.
All right, can we just like can we go look at Alonzo Trier's G League stats for 1 second and stop?
That was a bubble. We don't count those.
Oh my goodness.
Hey man, all I'm saying, that one season where he put up like 56 true shooting, if RJ Barrett put up 56 true shooting, there would be a parade down to Canyon Heroes. We'd be celebrating right now in the streets. You've seen the ever Jamaican and killing Indian flags going out there. Bullet! Like.
Oh man. All right. Hug Life says maybe RJ picked the wrong sport. He'd dominate as a tight end.
He'd kill it in finance, bro. He know how to steal money. I hope he invested. I love it. I love it, man. Y'all got his ass. This is great. I appreciate y'all. This is shit I should have been saying on Twitter long ago. I'm trying to hold my tongue back. Nah, I ain't gotta do that no more. He just spicy Evan Turner. That's okay.
Oh my gosh. Next game is another Sunday Knicks game. Oh my gosh, this team loves to terrorize me on my weekends right before I go back to work. How amazing. We play the Memphis Grizzlies at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back. He is someone that consistently gives us fits.
Oh, crazy. Another young player better than RJ Barrett about to light us up again. Oh, no. 2 young players that are better than RJ Barrett about to light us up again. It's going to be a great game. Can't wait. Killian playing better than RJ. I agree.
Oh, my gosh.
Is RJ even better than Zeke Naji? No, he's not. Is RJ better than Dennis Smith Jr. pre-injury? Like, no. Oh, I can finally say this now. This is great. Is RJ Barrett better than Shake Milton?
Oh, my gosh.
You think it's RJ Barrett over Tobias Harris right now? Edmund Sumner.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways,
can we get back to our Grizzlies matchup on Sunday?
They cooked me for saying MPJ was better. I told you MPJ was better for a reason.
MPJ is playing basketball with a back brace.
And he's still better than RJ Barrett.
All right.
You could put MPJ right there on his crutches, and he would hit more shots than RJ Barrett.
Oh, well, as of now, there are 5 guys out 4 if you don't count Danny Green. I don't know who's counting Danny Green on their injury report at this point.
ESPN.
But anyways, there are 4 guys out for Memphis, 4, I would say, key players at one point or another. Santi Aldama, Desmond Bane, Xavier Tillman, and Zaire Williams. They are all going to be out as of now. We know with the NBA, especially as someone who bets, the injury news is always inconsistent and there's always changes last minute. For all I know, all 4 of these guys can end up playing on Sunday. But as of now, they are out. Definitely helps having Desmond Bane out. definitely helps having Santi Aldama out. He is someone that killed us on opening night. So
we taking Santi Aldama or RJ Barrett?
all right.
I think we might. Trevor Keels. Yeah,
Cam
Trevor Keels.
Reddish might be back on Sunday.
Is he better than RJ Barrett?
It seems like he is trending towards playing on Sunday, as he was listed as questionable heading into tonight's matchup. Same with Rose. So again, implications for the rotation. Very interesting to see what the Penguin does. But yeah, we will see how this team handles Ja Morant. Who is going to guard Ja Morant? Is it going to be Quentin Grimes? Probably. Maybe not. It would be I think it would be good to have IQ out there, but
we're not gonna do that. Don't even get your hopes up. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, if I want to do that, I'll do that on 2K.
Speaking of 2K, I'm about to rebuild the Knicks on 2K. I'm about to follow your footsteps.
I did the same thing.
Do it my way.
It took me till 2027 to win a ring, but it was steady growth. Steady growth. Shout out Usar. That's his name, Usar Thompson.
I think it's Asar.
But yeah, he was like the star of the team. So shout out him.
Yeah, Bronny James on that team too, right?
Yeah.
Wild. I don't know how
I made sure to keep IQ, and I made sure to keep his development up. If y'all didn't tune in, I'm about to retweet the thread today.
Yeah, Bobo on the roster.
Bobo was the key to winning the championship, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. Anyone that didn't tune in, Mitch got frustrated the last couple years. He was pissed, so I moved him for Jaden McDaniels.
That was a good move.
Some good wing depth. Obi was still on the bench, he's still doing his thing. But I needed some bigs because the main threat out east was Cleveland. They was still like a threat, and they still had Mobley and Allen. So I was like, I need my own two, twin towers down low. And I got Bobo and Wendell Carter Jr. from the Magic.
That was fire. I give you props. It was
so fire. I did that, and we went to the chip immediately.
Yeah, it was good. It was special.
I'm about to retweet it. So if y'all didn't tune in, and if you want some good vibes to end off your night, Knicks related, I will retweet the thread for anyone that wants to end off their night positively. But yeah, that's what I did. Hopefully the Knicks can, tap in and, follow my footsteps to wake a winning basketball team.
It was special.
But anyways, I am not expecting us to win this game on Sunday. I am fully expecting to walk into this game. We will get smacked. We will get an L. I am not even gonna talk myself into hey, we might win. This player might play well. No, Jalen Brunson might play well, and that's about it. That's all my hopes are for this game. Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickly, please save me. That's it. You guys want realness? You guys want negativity? That's what y'all want? Here, you have it. Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickly, save us. Everyone else, God bless. See you guys on Sunday. Check out everything Strick related in the description. We got links to the site, the merch, the Patreon. Check us out on Instagram. We are now on Instagram at thestrick.land. Tune in, and we'll catch you guys on Sunday. Peace.